I'm always nervous when someone like the Iroquois put like a ton of troops on the border like that. Like, what are you doing? This could be a good time to upgrade my cataphracts. We've got some knights now. Those are pretty quick to jump around and hit where I need to. I mean, they can get... I mean, yeah, knights versus... What are these, Mohawk warriors? They are just warriors. They're not going to be... Yeah, I'm not worried. I'm blustering. There's a lot of sort of nonsense coming out of me, but the short of it is that I'm not particularly worried, although I am going to build, like, a couple of musketmen. But Plato, I'm just going to burn him. I know I probably should put down a sort of site, but I think actually rushing these techs sooner rather than later would do me better, especially because it will increase my production, and I'll get fertilizer, and then after fertilizer we're closing in very quickly on artillery and cavalry, which basically means that we're going to be able to attack anyone we want. So, you know, it's good. God, this religion is really, really tricky to shift from Ormus. I've probably burnt about 3 missionaries on this thing, and it's barely going anywhere, but I've got another one coming in. Once we get Ormus on side, I think they actually give us a load more reputation. Yeah, look at that. Wittenberg and Antwerp also want my religion, but they're way down there. Yeah, you're not getting my religion. I'm very sorry. There's just no chance. We're really starting to rack up a great artist now, which is really cool. That'll start to accelerate a little bit later in the game, but great works. Perfect. Yeah, look, 67 tourism. We're rising with everybody now, apart from the Incans, but the Incans are going to be our last port of call, actually, that and Polynesia. But once we start getting a huge amount of tourism, we can start dropping things like musicians in Inca. I'm not too worried. It's actually not a bad start. Fine arts, finish the aesthetics tree, which gives us a 3 social policy. What should we do apart from that? Maybe patronage would help. Thinking about it, patronage would let us get more city-state friends, which let us have a little bit more. Yeah, let's go patronage. I think patronage and aesthetics is quite a good combo for later in the game, especially if we go freedom. So we'll keep an eye on that one. Amphitheatre. I'm gonna build walls in all my periphery cities just because I'm not confident that we're not gonna get attacked. And I've brought my knights down to this sort of little city just in case the Iroquois attack. I've got a couple of troops sort of equipped and ready to go. I think that's probably fine. Ormus, come on, Ormus. Fight the good fight. Join the good cause. No, they're desperately clinging on to their old religion. Keep chucking the missionaries over. Although actually, really, I should probably think, do I want to be saving my faith now? Let's just remind me later. Still last in soldiers. I mean, the Incans are still highest. I'm just going to keep building a couple. I don't want to be wasting all this, like, production building troops, but unfortunately, I'm going to have to, otherwise I'm going to get flattened. Maybe a cannon? I should probably start to think about building cannons, actually, and crossbowmen and that sort of thing, for when I do inevitably go on the attack. Let's build an armory for now. Get myself some pretty good troops. Musketmen with drill. Here we go. Bring it down. I think an attack, like, they're just suspiciously lined up on my borders with a great general. Like, why would you do that? Don't attack. Please don't attack. Now that our happiness is a little bit more under control as well, I'm going to start sending a couple of food routes between all the places in my empire. These little cities I need to build up. I need enough population in my cities to support a bunch of specialists, as you're about to see very soon. So I've got all these specialists being worked. That's sort of fine in the main city, but here I want my musician slots to be worked. So actually I'm going to work those with priority. These conservatory, gallery, scriptorium, that all comes from finishing the aesthetics policy. You get that through fine arts, which is really cool. Extra cultural workers. There we go. Let's just stick that in there. Get rid of these scientists. When we've got more population, I'll play around with specialists a little bit more. But Adrianople, really, I need you focusing on food focus, actually. On you go, food focus. I'm going to stick you on... In fact, actually, I'm going to stick all of them on food focus just for now, just because if I can get a little bit more population while we're happy, it will make a huge difference. It's not that I don't like keeping it on food focus for too long, because it really works bad tiles in the longer run, but for now that'll work nicely for me. Here we go, the second cargo ship. Now you're going to go to this city, Nicaea, I think it's called. Yeah, just a tasty delivering of sort of food, pizza, and whatever gets delivered. I'm not entirely sure how... I mean, how can you just... I've never quite understood the mechanic. You send a trader out and somehow you fabricate like 9 food per turn from somewhere that clearly wasn't in the capital beforehand. Like, I could understand if it was sort of shifting food from one place to another, but I never quite got that one. I don't know where they're getting it from. Oh, have we got... Is that... Yay, there we go, almost on side. That means they're going to be super friends with us for now, which is good, because we were just about to have to give them a load more food, or gold, I should say. So that's good. Iroquois, I can't tell if the Iroquois are going to be attacking us. We've upgraded their troops to knights, which isn't great. It's knight versus knight, although I do have a couple of pikemen. My musketmen are clearly superior to their pikemen and Mohawk warriors, so I'm not too worried. It's just going to be a bit of a pain. I'd rather not spend all this all this time on troop production, but, there we go. Ooh, the Incans are getting skittish. Actually, no, we genuinely are not going to go to war with you until we've got artillery, so don't you worry, Incans. You're absolutely fine. Also, possibly saving me is the Germans have just declared war on the Iroquois, which is, maybe this is the perfect time to go after the Iroquois. Although, again, I want to wait until I've got artillery before I attack. I don't need to attack anyone. My tourism is doing very nicely as it is. In fact, the Iroquois have only got 11 turns before I'm influential with them anyway. So, I mean, it's absolutely fine. I haven't got any of the big tourism wins as well just yet, so there's still loads of time for me. Fertilizer. That is a good one there. And the industrial era. Right, that's two things. Firstly, we're going to get a ton more food throughout my empire, which is a good thing. It means hopefully our population will start exploding, and with that our science will start exploding as well. The other thing is that if I go into my faith, now that we're in the industrial era, we can specifically buy certain great people. Now that'll be good for later in the game for when we start buying great musicians with our money. But for now, if I just take a look at the tourism screen and then we can go to my culture, you can see I've got a ton of great work of art slots that are completely through from all these cathedrals. So it's about time we start filling up the cathedrals, I say. So let's get a couple of, where are they? Great artists. There we go. Get great artists being produced because we finished aesthetics. It's all really good. Our walls are up. I'm confident now, he says very recklessly. I'm confident that we're going to not get attacked now, which is good. So let's just keep building up infrastructure, shall we? I don't know where my workers have gone. No, kind of all there. Maybe I should build a couple more. I've got the money to support them now. Yeah, the Iroquois are going to have trouble with this one. I have a feeling the Incans are also about to declare war on them, so that's not good. I've just noticed a couple of these hidden antiquity sites. That's quite cool. We need to keep an eye out for these, and maybe beeline towards archaeologists. We've also got an extra spy, which is cool. Where was I going to put you? Ormus, the other city-state that I really want to sort of keep on side. As we go through the patronage tree, already we've got the deal of 25% slower degradation. What happens with this? All allies give you great people. Friendly and allied give you food, culture, and faith increased by 50%. Oh, basically, so we get the Siam bonus. Oh, that's quite cool. So this will give me extra gold. So I'm going to save my gold until I get this policy. And then we'll go for things like scholatism and merchant confedery and all that sort of stuff. Yeah. There we go. Consulates will be a good one as well. That'll give me far more delegates to sort of put my cultural suggestions through later in the game. For now, we just, again, things like fish, we just want to, yeah, they're all being worked. They've all been improved. That's good. I'm just building a couple more workers everywhere just because I want to be making sure that all my tiles are completely upgraded for when I invariably start booming population. Look, you can already see in the last sort of 5 turns I've gained probably about 7 or 8 population around the empire. I've got one in Orfrid as well coming along. This will help my science. It'll help push it up. Actually, where is technically my 4th city? Because that should also have 3 stuff in it. It's technically this one. Okay, and Jock. I need to make sure that they are doing well in terms of food. They don't seem to be getting much because I want to be working these specialist slots as soon as possible as well. 183 to culture at the moment. We'll get there. We're getting there. It's just it's that slow midpoint to the game. Chemistry stolen. From who? Who stole that? I mean, I don't care. I'm not going for science victory. I don't think I'm even doing the best in science by a long way, so I really don't mind. It's just, who would steal from me when the Incans are here? And the Incans are clearly doing better. Maybe their cities are guarded better than mine. I'm not sure. I'm going to build a couple of aqueducts everywhere because it really does make a difference to growth. I'm going to build, yeah, there we go. I know these little cities haven't got things like libraries, but we'll get there. And also, hey, great artist, our first one of purchase. Another 4 tourism per turn. It helps me with science as well. It's all good. All the workers, you just go and automate. I can't be bothered to protect and control you all. But I'm hoping now these guys will all start building farms. Yeah, open borders. I'm just keeping all the open borders deals of everybody. Everybody's starting to build farms now, oases and all this sort of stuff. We've got a lot of food coming in. Once I've got the social policy and I can start bribing city-states a little bit better, I can start nabbing some of these allies from the Incans and start getting them to feed my empire. Mogadishu and Manila are being great examples here. Manila, I think, is probably category number 1 of somebody I want to take. A couple of city-states on side feeding my empire will go really far. Oh my god, Germany's losing the fight with the Iroquois. I did not expect that. I mean, I don't mind, but still, weird. I think maybe Incan, you need to step in before your ally gets destroyed. I love it when we get a great engineer. It's just, the possibilities are crazy. I could get a national epic, rush that through, plus 25% great people generation in this city. That would make a difference, actually. Policy bonuses, city bonuses. I can't get... Did I already get gardens here? I can't remember if I got gardens. Yeah, I do have gardens, so I've got some great people. Do I rush that? It's not that exciting, is it? I mean, what else could I rush? What's coming in soon? We're going to get the Red Fort. Defensive buildings in all cities are 25% more effective. That would be fairly useful, actually. The Red Fort? Yeah. And then I could keep very safe. I think, because we're not rushing wonders generally. Oh, I've got somebody. Who am I influential with? The Iroquois. Oh, I'm sorry, Iroquois. That's sad for you. Oh, dear, oh dear. I could go to war with them now and just absolutely take them apart. But men, artillery. When artillery come, maybe I will. You know what? I'm going to wait until the Red Fort, and then we'll get the Great Engineer rolling. Universities and aqueducts now. I'm just going to keep building aqueducts everywhere. The Incans are playing very weird. I just saw them build a conservatory, because they've got... What are these things? The 6 science per every mountain, which is quite cool. But none of these like hill tiles near the mountains, they haven't put their sort of special building on it. It's really weird. What are the terrace farms? They're really cool. I don't know why they've done that. Here we go. Patronage. Right, we can give loads more money to city-states now. Manila is my target. If I can get Manila on side, and I need 35 to get them on side, that's only 500 gold. That's fine. Right. Again, that chucks a load of food throughout my empire. The next one is Mogadishu. Mogadishu are 58 protected. I can give them 50 at this point. So I'll wait with Mogadishu. But we're going to start sort of getting stuff on side now. Let's build the Red Fort if it hasn't been built. That's good. Red Fort hasn't been built. 625. How many hammers can I rush? I can rush the whole thing. Good. I've made that mistake once before where I've sort of burnt the great person and then realised too late that... it's not good enough. Oh, a musketeer. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, I love the fact that I've got a musketeer and I'm not even French. I mean, I have that sort of French blue to me, but I am Byzantium. Oh, awesome. Oh, loads of things have just happened now. So Red Fort, that's good. That means all of my cities are going to be far more defendable, which is a good thing. Loads of deals have just ended. Me and William have just sort of lost a ton of stuff. I hope probably William might have just... been attacked maybe or lost some territory. I'm not so sure how that's going. I mean, I want open borders with everybody. I've got open borders with most people, to be fair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got open borders with everybody, but I am suddenly really unhappy, which isn't great. Who's got stuff to trade? The Zulus and the Netherlands and the Incans. The Incans, you probably won't want to trade with... Oh, no, you will. Sugar for spices? Come on, that's a good trade. Yeah, perfect. Netherlands. I mean, you are friendly with me, technically, so let's do that. Yeah, they will trade. Oh, good. Okay, so it's just the fact that loads expired at the same time. Fine. My empire is incredibly reliant on foreign trade, but never mind. Iron and horses. Yeah, you know what? You can have the iron and horses. I do not even care. All yours, my friend. All yours. These great musicians we need to be keeping an eye on now, especially the ones that don't have a great work slot that I can sort of put in. That's 830 tourism that guy will get me. I am 5,000 and 8,000. I am 3,000 and something behind the Incans. So like 5 of those guys dropped in Incan territory would actually make me influential with them and will win me the game. So I've got to keep an eye on that, actually. Musician slots, let me just double check and see where I've built it. There's actually so many places I haven't built an opera house. Okay, so there's no point like getting rid of him super quickly because it's still clearly a thing. Like this is the place. Once you're done with the aqueduct, I need you to build an opera house super quick. In fact, actually, I'm going to rush that through. I know I was saving my money for city-states, but priorities and all that. Great works of art. It's going to be another 3 tourism, some more science, some more culture. It all adds up pretty quickly. Embargo of Iroquois is one that I can get on board with, but World's Fair. Let's crank up the World's Fair. We'll see if it gets passed, and if it does, we need to just chuck stuff at it. Adrianople as well. I'm going to start sending food back to Constantinople, because again, we need a huge capital. You can see, look, 11 food per turn is coming in, just from like city-states and buildings and stuff like that. Pretty good, considering we went for a piety start, which is more culture-based. Population in our capital isn't doing too badly. Now, Incans, why have you got all these troops on our territory? You're in my territory, which makes me think that you're not actually going to attack me. But still, it's a little bit unnerving. I'm just going to go through and now flick everything to the World's Fair, which passed. So I'll give me 2 seconds. I'll do that. There we go. If we can win the World's Fair, that'll be very nice for us as well. Constantinople, do we give food or production? I think we'll give food. Keep food coming into Constantinople. Now that it's got an aqueduct as well. What else should we go for? Historical landmarks? Oh, that'll make everyone angry. Arts funding. Oh, yeah, let's go for arts funding. Everyone would love that. Ooh, World's Fair. The World's Special Amsterdam Conference. I want to be in charge, but I don't think people are going to vote me through. I think I'm tied 5-5 with the Netherlands. We'll see what happens. I think normally the host gets privileges if there's a tie, but I can't remember actually. Oh, Pachuki is plotting against you. Oh, the Incans. Oh no. Right, the thing to remember is that I'm building up army sort of tech fairly quickly for this very purpose, because I think the Incans will go to war with me anyway at some point. But these 3 cities are kind of there for 2 reasons. A, to get me some tourism, but B, it's not the end of the world. These are buffer cities. If these get taken, it's not great, but I can take them back, and I will be able to, I can push back from my capital. I can build some troops. It's not the end of the world if they get lost, is what I'm trying to say. It would be highly annoying, very highly annoying, but it's not the end of the world. Again, my religion is being chipped away at, which is really annoying. Every now and then I just have to purchase a couple of missionaries just to send to the front lines, go and stoke up my religion again, because I can't afford to lose my religion in those front cities, because if I do, then I lose all the tourism. Like, I'm getting no tourism from that city at the moment, which is really annoying. Also, this city's on food focus, and they're building loads of mines everywhere. Like, why are they doing that? Ugh, I don't know. No idea. City connection broken. Oh, for God's sake. That tile. Ugh, that's so annoying. Gold. Oh, we just lost a bit of a deal with the Incans. Oh, they haven't let that expire deliberately, have they? I mean, they really like me. I mean, oh no, what's going on here? Open borders and open borders. They will allow it. Alright, fine. And we've got defensive pact. So that's fine. I'm a little bit concerned with their presence in the area, but we'll let that pass for the moment. I've just lost a load of happiness again though. This is really annoying. I can't keep happy for whatever reason. William has got some stuff and the Incans have got some stuff, so let's have a look. Truffles, what would you want for that? Salt? I mean, it's not going to help me, that deal. I just don't have anything to trade at the moment. That's really annoying. Okay, I'm going to have to just keep an eye out for sort of happiness stuff, I think. Go from there. Cool, right, we've got cavalry now. That's pretty cool. I can upgrade like 1 or 2. Oh, actually, no, I say that. 220 gold for an upgrade. Fine, we're not getting anywhere near that. Project is 52% completed as well. I've already got 3 social policy, which is good. But if we can get that double culture, it means we can race through the patronage tree and do ourselves quite well on that front. I'm just going to keep spreading my religion to the frontline cities here, because I just do not trust in my own ability to keep religiously focused against the tide of this Buddhism that seems to be coming in. Oh, a great writer is worth 1,600 culture these days. That's pretty cool. That's a lot of culture. I'm still going to get great works though, because I'm an idiot, but still. Oh no, again! Jesus Christ, how was that lost already? Oh my god. Here we go. May adopt policy. There's got to be one that gets me happiness. Yeah, it's this one, isn't it? Resources gifted by city-states is 100%. Happiness from gifted luxuries increased by 50% as well. There we go. We're happy again. Woo! That was a scare there for a second. Let's just get a great artist in. Perfect. I'm also going to... Oh my god, that's a striking face, isn't it? I'm also going to purchase an Inquisitor just to get rid of some of this religion from my frontline cities because, oh my god, it's everywhere. Come on. There we go. I'm back religious. I'm back on my 95 tourism per turn. Look, I'm doing quite well. Germany in 2 turns now. That'll be the second. Polynesia and the Incans are still the problem. We're still about sort of 3,500 away from them, but we'll get there. I'm confident in our tourism now. We're about to reach that sort of stage of the game where we start getting extra wonders and extra bits and pieces that give us far more tourism. So fingers crossed, it'll be fine. You know, I was super tempted to take myself off the World's Fair because I was like, oh, I've got a silver policy. That's easily fine. I won it by 30 hammers. Germany must be furious. But that's great. That means I'm getting a golden age. Means I get a 3 policy, which I can go straight down I get consulates, which gives me +1 delegate for each era that I've got. I mean, that would give me loads of extra ones. Merchant Federation. I haven't got any trade routes with city-states at the moment. That would give me extra science. You know what? The extra consulates at this precise... Oh no, it's science. Don't get distracted. Let's get the science instead. That's a really good little win for me, actually. And it also means that I can flick back quickly and just be building whatever I was building beforehand. What was I building beforehand? Just cannons, I think. Just build a couple of cannons everywhere in armories and universities and all this kind of thing. Why am I unhappy again? Genghis Khan? Oh, Genghis Khan, come on. People just... All the deals keep expiring and no one wants to seem to sort of refresh them. Silver for gold, I remember this deal. What was wrong with this? Silver for gold and open borders. Come on. Yeah, there we go. Don't be like that, Genghis Khan. I can be your friend.